Hey friends, I want to talk about how we can have 100% confidence when we trust the Lord that He will take care of us all the time, every time. Maybe you're like me and you've had thoughts like this come through your mind. Like, maybe the Lord can't take care of me and do what He says He's going to do because I have sin in my life. Or maybe I'm not doing my part good enough or working hard enough in order to comply with the conditions of the promises that are in the Bible. And so I have those thoughts all the time. And I think that is doubting the Lord's word. And Hebrews 3, verse 19 says that the children of Israel did not make it into the promised land because of unbelief, which I think is just doubts. And so we can't have the spirit of doubt. We cannot allow it in our mind. And I have been convicted recently that I think I've been harboring a spirit of doubt, and it has really affected my life all around. What I have come to realize is that I need to be focusing on seeing how the Lord has led me in the past. The reason I believe that is important is because when I look at stories in the Bible like Moses, Samuel, David, Solomon, Hezekiah, Stephen, and Paul, those are just some that came to mind. You look at all those guys' prayers, or when they gave sermons, they always started by looking back and talking about how the Lord had led the children of Israel to that time. And so why is that important? Because if the Lord has led us in the past and we can see His footprints in our life walking beside us or leading us in a certain journey, then if Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever, what is going to keep Him from continuing to do what He's done in the past? So this is why I think the children of Israel, and like Abraham specifically, everywhere he went, he always put up an altar or a memorial to the Lord to mark how the Lord had led him up to that point. And I don't think it's coincidence that the Sabbath is called a memorial, because every week we should be looking back into that week and seeing where the Lord led us that week. So if we look back on our life and we look for good things that have happened to us, we can give that credit to the Lord. It's not chance, it's not luck, it's literally the Lord's hand in our life. And if He's done that in the past and He doesn't change yesterday, today, and forever, Hebrews 13:8, Jesus Christ is the same, then why is Jesus going to stop taking care of me in the future if He's taken care of me in the past? He won't. And so if we focus on those memorials and we look back on those altars in our life, and I would encourage you to write these things down, because it will help you in times of discouragement when you can go back and look, wow, the Lord did this for me, the Lord did that for me, the Lord did this other thing for me. Then your faith is going to be strengthened. And I think that faith and trusting the Lord are synonymous. If we can't trust the Lord for the future, then we don't have faith in the Lord for the future. And this is why we can be extremely confident, according to Philippians 1:6, being confident of this very thing, that He which has begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. What we need to be looking at is where God has already led us and changed us and already molded us, and we can already see sanctification happening in our life, and that will give us more encouragement to continue to stay on the walk with the Lord. And so I encourage you to be extremely confident in trusting the Lord. The Lord has never let us down, and He won't let us down. He's not in the business of changing His mind. He's in the business of saving souls and exceeding abundant above all that we ask or think, the Lord will do. And so as we go through turbulent times, as we go through this week of election, and if you're stressed about that like I have been stressed, we can be comforted. God's goodness is not going to stop regardless of who becomes president. He's been good to us in the past, He'll be good to us in the future. And whatever comes to us is coming through His hands, and the Lord will be with us regardless of the journey. And a little visual I had of this week was I was driving in my car, and my son, Damon, is 3 years old. He's sound asleep in the back of that car. He is not worried about a thing. He's not worried about whether he's going to get lunch on time, or if I'm going to do a good job driving, or I'm going to crash into anybody. He is totally trusting that I got it under control. And I think that's the faith of a little child that Jesus talks about. We should be completely confident, being able to rest in the Lord and not let our hearts be troubled, according to John 14:1. Let not your heart be troubled. Because we are trusting in the Lord that He is going to take care of us as He has in the past. He will continue to do in the future. I hope that's encouraging you. Have a good week. Trust in the Lord. He will give you the desires of your heart.